Good evening, and thank you for that warm welcome. After that introduction, I don't think I have to say anything more. Although I will say that I did not serve as Assistant Secretary in the administration of George W. Bush. I served in the administration of George H. W. Bush. And believe me, there's a difference. Well, I thank the Durham Public Schools and also the Duke University Education Program for inviting me here this evening. In some ways, it's a brave thing to do, and I think you'll understand why when I'm done. More than a decade ago, David Grismer of the Rand Corporation held up North Carolina and Texas as models for all states to follow. And he pointed particularly to North Carolina because of its rapid achievement gains. That was in 1998. And what he said in his report was that if every state did what North Carolina had done, they too would see similar improvement. So here's what I learned about North Carolina. It did indeed see rapid gains on the federal test in the 1990s, but over the last 10 years, since the enactment of No Child Left Behind, the state scores on the federal test have been stagnant. Now, how do we explain that? The very model of standards and testing and accountability that was supposed to lift the state to the top of the heap ran out of gas. What happened? I should mention that I served for 7 years on the National Assessment Governing Board, which is the federal agency that oversees federal testing. And I got my bipartisan creds because I was appointed by President Clinton. But I stand before you tonight as an ex-conservative. Nearly 2 years ago, I published a book in which I explained why I had changed my mind about testing, accountability, and choice. And I publicly said that I was wrong. Some people found it refreshing to hear an admission of error, and others thought that I had disgraced myself by changing my mind. Apparently you don't do that. So I conclude that the best thing we can do for our society and for ourselves is to keep thinking, no matter what other people say, to listen to different points of view, and to be open to new ideas. It's when we get too set in our ways that we become rigid and locked into stale and bad ideas. So tonight I want to explain why I changed my mind about education issues. And it starts with understanding the frame through which I and through we view the world.